All right, hello everybody. Riley here with the T Storm Chasers. Just wanted to give you a weather update on the latest weather conditions for our area. A lot has transpired over the last couple days. A lot has gone on, and a lot more topics in the weather department that we need to get to and talk about. First, wanted to go ahead and just give you an update on this winter storm. As you can see, according to the radar and what the temps look like. So obviously the snow is gone. There's no more snow in the area, and the temperatures are in the around 10 degrees. As you can see, temperature around 9 degrees in Sioux Falls and Yankton and up to Aberdeen. A little bit warmer out west towards the Black Hills region. We got temps in the 20s and 30s out near Rapid City in the Black Hills area. And then you go back over to Minnesota, temps a little bit chillier over by Slayton, Minnesota. That's probably where you're going to find your coldest temperature at about 5 degrees. Over in Minneapolis region, about 30. Northwest Iowa, teens to low 20s. So it's a lot colder than what we're used to here in the Sioux Falls area. Temps at 9 degrees currently, and that's probably about as cold as we've had so far this year in terms of high temperatures. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow, but it's really going to cool down. And I'm going to get to that here in just a little bit. But just wanted to give you guys an update there on the radar. As you can see, nothing is going on now. The snow has moved past. All the winter storm warnings and all the winter storm alerts have moved out of our area. Moved way east. So that's the latest there for the radar and temperatures. Okay, so here's a look at the total storm snowfall in our area. This was generated today. This is from the National Weather Service office in Sioux Falls. So just for those of you that were wondering who made this, we did not make this. This is not our doing. This is the National Weather Service. We are just going off of this to show you guys a look at the snow totals. So as you can see, the Sioux Falls area actually had the most snow. The Sioux Falls area as well as the Sioux City area had the most snowfall out of everybody else. So as you can see, Sioux City down had 14 inches of snow down there. 9 to 13 inches in the Sioux Falls metro area. 11.8 kind of on the east side of town. 13 inches, you go down, the T area had about 13 inches. And then, you don't go very far north or west or east before you start getting quite a bit less snow. Mitchell, Salem area had 6 inches. Madison had 6 inches. You go up to Brookings. Brookings had a little bit more. They had 8 inches, roughly. Huron area, just over 5.5 inches. And then you go that far west, there's not a lot more snow. I mean, you go to Miller, Pierre, had about 2 inches of snow. And then you go down in Nebraska, Norfolk, Nebraska with a foot of snow. Wayne, Nebraska, 10.5. Then you go to northwest Iowa, and they had about 6 to 10 inches of snow. So that, so that area with the orange, that is your highest areas of snow. So as you can see, southeastern South Dakota, southwest Minnesota, northwest Iowa, and northeastern Nebraska, that was the target area. That was who got impacted the most. That's who had the most snow. And that is also the area that we were forecasting for days leading up to this, that we expected to get the most snow, was this exact area. So that's a look at your snow totals for the winter storm fin. Okay, real quick, I just wanted to touch base on this. This is a look at our current windshield map. So we haven't used this a lot at all so far this winter. I mean, we've had a pretty good winter so far. Really haven't had to use this a lot. But now we're starting to see that bitter cold air coming from Canada, coming down here because of the snow and all the factors that play into this. But as you can see, wind chill right now at this hour, Sioux Falls about 2 degrees. That's what it feels like outside. So it obviously feels a lot colder in these regions than what the temperature shows. 2 degrees in Brookings as well, 2 in Watertown as well. Feels like -1 in Aberdeen. You go out west though, Black Hills area in the 20s for the wind chill. And then you go down to Sioux City and Vermilion area, and it feels like -5. But then you go to southwest Minnesota, and they are experiencing currently the worst of the wind chill. With Marshall about -8, Slayton, Minnesota at about -9. So that is the coldest wind chills we've had so far this year. About 20 degrees feels like over in Minneapolis. It feels like 10 degrees down in Des Moines. And then Omaha even, actually, believe it or not, Omaha is a little bit colder than Sioux Falls. So let's look at your latest wind chill map. Okay, so now let's take a look at this map. So everybody's wondering, what's the next step? What's the next weather story coming? What's next on the table for our area? And so as you can see here on the screen, this is the next weather story. This is going to be the main weather story of this weekend into next week. So this is going to be the talk of the town, so to speak. So here is a look, as you can see on the screen, your dangerous wind chills ahead. Unfortunately, as you can see, Sioux Falls area, Thursday is when we're going to really start seeing that Arctic air blast here into our area. So as you can see, it shows a list of the towns and cities that are going to be impacted by this. Just gives you an idea. We have pretty good confidence in the weather department that we are going to be seeing this. I mean, it's pretty much a guarantee at this point that we will see these dangerous wind chills. So as you can see on the screen, really, we're not going to get into the worst of it until Saturday, this weekend, with wind chill temps in the -20s and -30s, which is obviously really bad. So, as you can see, Thursday, we got wind chills in the -teens, and then you go into Friday and Saturday and Sunday. Wind chills will be in the -20s and -30s once we get into Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and into Tuesday, that's going to be the worst of these wind chills, worst of this Arctic blast. And again, wind chill values between -20 and -35. Again, Saturday through Monday is going to be the worst of it. So also do want to factor in there will be blowing snow as well, because it's supposed to be kind of windy. So that's another topic that we'll have to try to keep an eye on. But as you can see, wind chills, Pipestone -36, Worthington -36. That's the worst of the wind chills as it appears. Again, this is from the National Weather Service in Sioux Falls. So this is not us. We're not making anything up. This is from the National Weather Service. So again, people just gotta be prepared. Try to be safe. Just stay safe out there. You don't need. Try not to go out if you can. If you have to, obviously take the necessary precautions. With the clothing and make sure you got a safety kit. Make sure you got food, blanket, water. Those kinds of things in your vehicles, especially this weekend into early next week. Okay, so here's another map to kind of illustrate the cold Arctic air that is coming our way. They call it the Big Arctic Blast. We usually get these every year, usually around January. So this is pretty typical weather for our area for January. So as you can see on the screen, there's your map. So basically everybody except for California and the West is going to be, below and much below average temperatures. Obviously near normal and above out west by California and those areas. Also Hawaii and Alaska, for the most part, above or normal. But our area, below average temperatures through the 23rd of January. So that is taking us out through mid-January into a little bit of late January through the 23rd. So that is a big deal. I mean, where you see it, the worst of it, obviously, as you can see, is actually southeast of our area into Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky areas. That is the worst of the cold Arctic air. But our areas, still we're gonna have temperatures below zero or at zero or in the single digits for the next week or so or more. So, basically through the end of January, it's going to be below average temperatures. End of January, more than likely, will also be below average as well. So, buckle up, folks. We've been fortunate so far this winter. We've had a pretty mild, pretty solid, nice winter so far. But January, New Year's hit in January, and Old Man Winter has arrived, and he's here to stay. Okay, so as you can see here, this is our model run that we're going to use here to illustrate you and show you guys the latest model run for what we expect and anticipate for possible snow in the future. Now, the good news is we're not looking at anything major, no major winter storms like we just had. But I'll play this out here for you. Wednesday, there might be, in central South Dakota, there might be some snow. Again, also right there, maybe late Wednesday, there might be some more snow in the Sioux Falls area. But again, we're not looking at a lot of accumulation, maybe an inch. Maybe just, it's a little clipper system. We're not expecting a lot of snow. Now, right here is interesting. On Friday, early Friday, right here, there is another little system moving through. And we could see another couple inches out of this, another maybe 2 to 4 inches out of this. As you can see there, another little system coming through the Sioux Falls area. So that is definitely something that we're going to keep a very close eye on. And we'll bring you the latest there. But after that, it really starts to calm down. And we're really not going to see any more snow for a while. However, next Wednesday, the model does show a little bit of snow potential next Wednesday, the 17th, northeastern South Dakota and into the Sioux Falls area and into Minnesota. More snow possible, also maybe out west towards the Black Hills area as well. So maybe a little bit more snow next Wednesday. After that, should be a lot more quiet. So that is a look at the model run. And finally, here we go. We'll take a look at your 10-day outlook for the Sioux Falls area. That's for starting on Wednesday, tomorrow, and lasting through the following Friday. So as you can see, tomorrow is going to be the warmest day of the entire 10-day, the way it's looking, with temperatures reaching low 20s. And after that, after Wednesday night, every overnight low is going to be below zero. They're going to be in the minuses. Obviously, as you can see, a little bit of a break on Thursday before another little clipper little snowstorm kicks in on Friday and Saturday. Could see maybe another inch or two, or we're not looking at obviously big accumulating snow. Also, Friday and Saturday will be windy and blustery, so I just want to point that out. There will be blowing snow, more than likely. And temps are really going to fall this weekend, with temps reaching below zero by Sunday. As you can see there, -3 on Monday. And then it does start to warm up. We get out of the minuses a little bit. There, you got single digits Tuesday through Thursday, maybe Friday, exceeding 10 degrees. But again, the moral of the story here is we're going to see that big Arctic blast that we've been talking about. That is going to come through our area, and it's here to stay. It is not going anywhere. It is going to be with us for an extended period of time, so get used to it. Unfortunately, again, stay safe. Take the necessary precautions that we mentioned earlier, and just do everything you can to be safe. So that's your latest weather discussion video. Thank you all for watching. Have a blessed day, and stay safe.